Hey, this is not your average Thursday, but we're going to do it anyway. This is day 2 of my little life of a real estate agent. And yeah, I just did my Jamie Daily and my morning routine out here in the park. Watch the sunrise, it's beautiful. The quick synopsis on the Jamie Daily is that a lot of times other people have an impression or a truth about us, and we need to be aware of what that truth is. Not that we need to build our self-esteem based on other people, but it's more about maybe how we come off and the deep work that we can do inside to help become better versions of ourselves. And that if we open ourselves up, we can hear the truth and be okay with what their truth is. We don't have to judge it, and we also don't have to judge ourselves. All we have to do is just take another baby step to something else. So anyway, that was a 10-minute video I just did a minute ago, and so now here we are. We're gonna get ready for the day. We've got Red Day today, which is a Keller Williams thing where we go out and serve a local community partner, and then follow it up with lunch and drinks. And then I've got a couple of client things after that. So today should be kind of loose. I don't know, we're gonna see what happens. Who knows, willy-nilly, right? But this is a unique day. So let's see how it processes.
No, it's not a disaster. It's cleaned up, but it's very dated and old.
Okay.
And so it needs help. So we're trying to figure out best to just try to find a cash buyer and figure out what the number is to tell them, or we have a couple of different options.
It's also in Naples.
Yeah, it's not here. It's in Naples. There's mold and mildew on like the front part of the house inside the garage.
Is there mortgage owed on it?
No, it's free,
So
and
free
clear.
and clear.
Free and clear.
So
It's paid off.
the absolute best thing would be is to sell it. Don't worry about doing work to it, and just sell it right out.
Okay, so hold on, give them the numbers
So-
that you're talking about.
It's a neighborhood average sales for the last year. We're at 460 average in the neighborhood.
And what do you think the cost is to?
70 to 100 grand.
That's if you do a full update.
If you do a full update, it needs a new. I mean, it's old. It was built in the 80s.
And it's got mold and stuff like
And
that.
there-
So there's
right.
some problems with it.
Correct.
So I would just sell it flat out as is. We're not doing any work to it.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is, 370, 360, something like
Look
that.
at that! See that right there? Yes!
But
Yes!
If it's going to take 100 grand to do the work, and the houses are selling for 460, an equally, a comparable home that's fixed up is selling
Right.
for 460, sell it for 360. That's a great deduction, and just don't. Look, doing the work is going to be a pain in the butt.
oh yeah, I don't. We can't do it from
Yeah.
here. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no
just
way.
sell
Our
it
business
cheap.
would suffer.
Just let it go. It doesn't have a mortgage on it, so
Well,
everything you get
yeah.
is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Professional advice. How many years you been in
An
this?
investor would pay that,
25
even
years.
though they're putting 100 grand in. What are they going to pull out of it? They're not
Well-
going to make anything back.
You started at the 360 and see where it goes.
Ugh. This is where I go, ugh, that might be too much. But,
Well,
so here's the deal with the mold.
don't
I thought
think
if we
that-
just fix the
'cause
wall.
a real investor is going to know how to do this stuff a lot cheaper.
So see, well, I don't know if there's a real investor, but we had somebody walk through the house and they were like 200 grand.
No.
And the realtor person who was there or was friends with him or knew him or whatever said, no, I didn't say it to this guy, but said to my brother, I think that's too low.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
He's trying to get a deal.
Have you actually talked to a realtor down there?
we have somebody that is a realtor friend that, I mean, he's been in the business for a while.
What has he said?
Well, that's the thing. I just told my brother, I said, listen, can you ask him what his true opinion would be as to what the cost could be, and also what he thinks we could get for
Right.
it if it was retailed out, so maybe we can work backwards from there.
Right.
And we haven't, so I don't have an answer on that yet.
Yeah. Get that, because then you'll have a professional opinion.
Right.
There you go.
But in my mind, a real investor is going to be able to do all that work a lot cheaper than a normal person could. So it's probably not going to be $100,000 worth of work.
Yeah.
They'd probably do it for 50, and they're going to make 50 grand off of it.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
And you cut it a little lower, and then it sells like in an hour.
Right.
There you
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can still pay an agent at that point, and it makes
Yeah.
sense all day long.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause
You
we're
know.
trying to avoid that.
Or you could do the work, and then the work's not the right work that anybody
Right.
wanted to have
If
done.
we try to
There's
do
never
the
a
work-
guarantee when you do the work that it's going to be
Yeah.
the right work and that it's going
Right.
to get it, and that it's going to do everything.
Right.
Because then you'll do the work, and then somebody turns around and they say, "Oh well, but this is wrong,"
Right.
Right.
or "This wasn't done right," or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, and we know nobody down there, and
Yeah.
we would have to manage the project, which
Yeah.
means this business would suffer, and that can't happen.
We can't have that suffering.
right.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, no, we know we're not going to do it. We just have to
So
My
this is
advice would
get
be
the price.
sell it cheap, and get out from under it.
Yeah.
But you people are going to do whatever you want.
Exactly.
No, but
See, but that's the truth. That's the truth.
That's the plan, but our number was a lot lower than what you're saying.
Yeah.
But hold on.
thought in
I
our
agree.
head.
I agree with Dallas's
I
number.
know.
Say get
But, yeah.
an agent to tell you.
Yeah.
But I agree with Dallas's number only with the drywall fix, because then it's insurable. Right now, it wouldn't be insurable. I'm
Right.
sorry,
wouldn't get
it wouldn't
an appraisal.
appraise because of the mold.
Yeah.
But if we take care of just the drywall, I think 370 makes sense all day long.
And that's a couple of grand.
Yeah, it really is. So anyway, all right. So listen, even realtors go through this when it's their own houses. So we're going to Red Day. So we are doing Red Day today at Feeding Tampa Bay, and it's going to be a lot of sorting and big warehouse work. So pretty excited about what this is going to be, and we'll check in. Thank you for that, by the way. So Ethan tells me, my kid who knows everything about everything, it's time. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm with Tiara Royal here. She's a YouTube celebrity, famous. Now look, she's getting all humble over here. But that being said, she's the motivation for me starting to do all this YouTube stuff. But now what I'm doing is shooting everything at least 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Just because I don't want to have content I can't
Because I
use.
noticed that on your YouTube channel. I said when I see James, I'm going to tell him that.
Yeah, because when I was first shooting, it was for the vendor stuff.
Okay.
My partners, and that's just a short, quick, whatever. And then now that I have to worry about monetizing things, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it has to be at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, so Ethan looks at the stuff I'm doing, the vlogging. He's like, Dad, it's too long, it's boring. I'm like, I think it's boring too, but other people might find
Yeah,
it
they
interesting.
enjoy it. You can just literally walk around. Say you're going grocery shopping. You can video grocery shopping and you go home and just, get ready for bed, and they love it.
See that? I'm going to show you me getting ready for bed. That's such a picture you don't want.
Viewers on YouTube.
She's a star, by the way. A star.
Make a lot of money.
You know how many people? I don't even want to tell you. I can't even tell you how many people follow her because it stifles my future growth. But I'm gonna get there.
We
Yeah.
do a lot of different things. We just do a daily vlog.
I'm just telling you. And she's on our team, which is crazy. But she is my motivation.
I do like little cooking videos. My
See
husband
this?
like DIY.
Isn't that great? Pays all our household bills. Right off of YouTube. Nuts. All right, you're the wind beneath my wings. It's a whole lot of red, so I guess we're gonna sort some food at some point. But if not, right now it's all just catching up with a bunch of people we haven't seen in a while. Kind of fun. There you go. We got a brainologist over here. We got a YouTube star here. We got a $10 million producer here. Retired vet here. I don't know who she is. It's a pretty good office, solid folks. So. Yeah, this is like a highlight. This is like one of those great days. Having fun? How many sodas do you think you've gone through?
Stop,
Too many. Oh man, you guys have pens over here. What?
No, good luck with those.
Oh, they're dead?
I've been told
Oh,
we're the
man.
most efficient table.
It's true. We are the most.
All right, this is a very efficient table for sure. Man. Look at all this warehouse. This is huge. It's like a sea of red. First Red Day.
It was good. It was fun.
What'd you like most?
Well, just knowing helping all these families get food.
That was.
Feeding Tampa Bay. Yeah, it was good.
What'd you think of all the people?
All the crew that was there, everybody was there. It was great.
Yeah.
It was a good turnout. 61 people is what the sign said.
Isn't that
13,000
crazy?
families we fed.
13,000 families.
Really 2.5 hours.
2.5, 3 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so now we're going to go over here to Gas Bars and do a little community building with our fellow Keller Williams Tampa Central agents. But great showing, really.
Yeah, it was. It was
We
cool.
have 200 agents in the office, something
There's
like
a lot
that.
of red shirts in
and
the
a lot
building.
of red shirts. We had 61 agents, so
Yeah.
that was pretty impressive. So well done, guys. And now we get to eat and drink a little bit, fill our bellies with some food and laughter.
That's right.
Again, not the regular day. Mostly it's the
Yeah.
grind at this point.
Yeah.
All right, so we had a fun little, celebration, this sort of thing, over at a place called Gaspar's Grotto here in Ybor City. Super close to where the event was, where we did the food stuff. And where I'm at now is a place called King Corona, and it is just up the street from Gaspar's Grotto. But it was really nice to be able to have Carly, my wife, be able to celebrate with some of our you know, some of our agents that are in the office that are movers and shakers, you know, the money makers, the golden, not what do they call them? The money tree folks, right? It was nice because she's not had a chance to experience that yet, so it was really cool to see that. But now I'm over here at King Corona, and what's special about this place to me is that I used to be an associate pastor at a church just behind me here at a place called Relevant. And I used to work here in this very building for hours at a time, trying to do things for church, my real estate career, things like that. And there was a guy who used to own this place named Don Barco, and he made a little cigar line called the Don Barco or whatever, but he used to own it, and he sold it, and he came down with some cancer, prostate, something like that. And he was in recovery, was doing fine, sold the business, decided to enjoy life, and then quickly pancreatic cancer came back and got it. And when he sold the business, you know, I had something going on and I missed it, and I didn't come for the selling day. And then he soon thereafter died. And you know, his cancer had progressed quickly, and I missed the memorial. It wasn't really like a funeral, but it was a memorial service, something very special. And everybody who was a who's who in Ybor was there. And what was interesting to me is that I have not been in since a memorial service. And as soon as I came in through those doors over there, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It's almost like I didn't have a chance to say goodbye. And I saw Don a lot, you know, shared a lot of stories, a lot of fun things. He busted my chops. He was like the condo guy. He was the guy that always said, oh, somebody shouldn't park here, and somebody shouldn't paint this, and somebody shouldn't do that. But at the end of the day, he was always about the community here at Ybor. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting. As I was looking at the cigars, like this real sense of overwhelm came in about Don, and me not being able to say goodbye to him, but also not being able to mourn with the other people that were mourning his loss. And that's been a few months by now, but yeah, anyway. So in real estate, we take a lot of twists and turns, and it's a lot of times investing in people's lives, not just because we're trying to get a sale out of them, but because they're good relationships to have. And when we lose them, it's still special to us. But you know, use that as a contrast between all this great joy and laughter and celebration that we just had with a lot of other KW agents serving others in the community. You know, you take the good with the bad, and it's not all about house sales. A lot of times it has to do with loving people, caring about people, and then sometimes losing people. So, yeah, it's weird. It's a weird sense. I mean, I feel it even now. Anyway. Odd to be able to say you miss a guy that you hadn't seen in a long time, but miss you, Don. So there you go. Just had a conversation with a buddy that's been here for a long time. We started talking about Don and then some of his other family members that have passed. And just interesting how we all deal with this sort of thing in a different way. So remember, as an agent, you don't necessarily just deal with houses. You're still a person, and you deal with stuff like this. So don't forget that. You're no longer human. In fact, the more human you are, the better you can relate. It's tough to see him walk away because it's tough. Yeah.
All right, so we're at 81 Bay Brewing right here on. I know, right? You get it wrong and they'll correct you.
I had to.
I know, you have to because we get it wrong. Anyway, so I'll take your dunkel. Right? Does that still exist?
The what?
The dunkel.
The dungle?
The tinkle.
The dinkle? I don't know what the dinkle is.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Your beer.
We don't have a dinkle beer.
You don't have the dunkel beer?
Dunkel beer?
Dunkel. You don't have the dunkel?
No, I don't.
Okay,
think
you're
so.
gonna have to get me a menu.
Okay.
Because you used to. Oh wait, here's the menu right here.
I mean, we have new beers that come every month. Like
New beers. This is like their standard, and it's not here anymore. But that's okay. We're gonna look at the menu. But so in Realtor world, we have these events where title and lenders show up, and they have these great events. Jeff, who's another realtor, who's a farmer, way over yonder. I don't know if you can see him, but anyway, they throw out these events to help folks get to know each other in the community, but also get to know partner lenders, partner title, and then also other local vendors. And so today we're at a local brewery inside of a farm area. So I don't necessarily farm because I follow my sphere wherever they go. But that being said, Jeff farms very well. And so I wanted to come and support Jeff and what he's doing, but also what some of these guys are doing. So this is just a small snapshot of sort of the fun that goes with the business, but it's not all sexy work. Would you say that real estate is not a sexy work all the time?
Always sexy.
Oh, it's always sexy. She's a liar. All right, tell him the truth.
Not even close.
Not even close. And you're a lender, right?
Yeah, and we never get a day off.
That is the absolute truth. There's never a day off.
Never sleeps.
It really doesn't. So just know that when you see all this stuff, this is about networking and connecting, but it is not like easy fun. I mean, the conversations are great.
Listing.
No, it's not. It really is not. And a lot of the work is done over a beverage and some fun and some community. But at the end of the day, it's about the trust that you build with the partners that you can do business with. So as I figure out what beers they actually have on the menu, because it's clearly not what they used to have, 3 months ago, just know that as a part of this business, you got to do these sort of things. All right, so listen, so one of the fun things about these events is that we get to meet our neighbors. And Valerie has been in my neighborhood for, how long have you lived in south of Gandy?
13 years.
13 years. So we've been there almost as long as you have. So like 13 or 14 years. And so don't say what street you live on, but she lives super close, right? And then do you live in the neighborhood as well or not?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he's James, general contractor. Where are you at?
I'm up in Northdale.
Oh, he's Northdale, but you'll work down by us, right?
Yeah, I work by the airport.
Sweet. But you know Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you meet people that do either business or live in our area. And what's important about this is that you need these connections to stay connected. And Valerie, what's fun about her is that the minute I mentioned that I do keto, she was on me like white on rice to do her program to help me lose weight. And what's cool about it is that she wasn't trying to just sell me something. She was trying to help me lose the weight for a better version of me. And that is what is great about Valerie. What's also cool is that she lives a few streets away. So when you're at events like this, it's really nice to be able to connect with the folks that are nearby and to help you understand what it's like to be a community of people. And so it's just a fun little connection. And again, the music is great, but the people are even better.
Come to the next South of Gandy Business Social.
All right, so we are wrapping up an event here at this great little brewery right next to my house. I was gonna walk home, but quite frankly, it's raining. So I called my wife, I said, Pumpkin, come and get me. Had a great time connecting with some people from my neighborhood, my literal actual neighborhood. Found a home cleaner that I'm very excited about, and a lender. No, not a lender. I don't care about the lender. Title company. But other than that, that was it. But otherwise, a very fun place, fun event. And what's cool is that they have officially gotten rid of the old brewer that they had. Guy sucked. It was terrible. The beer here was terrible. But tonight, it was some good beer. Just saying. So, yeah. Anyway, waiting for my wife to pick me up to get me home. Because, I mean, I could Uber, but it's only like 2 minutes. But yeah, there you go. So we are at 9 and change, or almost 9:30. I don't know. But yeah, want to go home, go to bed. I'm tired, old, fat, and tired. And then I've got a showing in the morning, and then a closing right at noon. So there you go. This is not sexy, but this is the life of what we live. And I still have my Keller Williams Red Day shirt on because we served in the morning, and then I came here to this event, and I don't even get to wear all the fun clothing. This is what it is.
Again, another paper plate. Dinner. And then likely bed. Because this old boy's tired. Been talking a lot. It's time for a little nappy.